it is clear that that's who conservatives want in the White House, okay? That's who they supported. They didn't give a damn about the 34 indictments. They didn't give a damn about 2 impeachments. They didn't give a damn about all the legal issues and the lawfare that the Democrats engaged in. They said, Joe, that's who we want. This is the difference, and I said this to a lot of people, Bill. The conservatives said, we want that guy. That's who we want. And the voters decided who the Republican nominee is going to be. When you look at the Democrats, they didn't do it with Obama, that's true. Okay?
Didn't do what?
They greased the skids. This is the person we want. It's her turn. It was Hillary's turn in 2016.
In today's video, Stephen A. Smith is firing on all cylinders as he sits down with Bill Maher, and believe me, no one's walking away with a participation trophy. Together, they're tearing into Hollywood's most sacred myths, and it's about time. Think the industry's Trump hysteria is about politics? Please. It's pure ego. These self-proclaimed moral compasses of America, half of them couldn't find Kansas on a map without asking Siri. They don't fear Trump because he's a threat to democracy. They fear him because he's a mirror reflecting their own narcissism. That's the real story. Hollywood's so-called progressive crusade is nothing more than self-interest wrapped in virtue signaling. They don't despise Trump for being an outsider. They despise him for refusing to bow to the crown they imagine themselves wearing. Let's be honest, Hollywood created the very monster they now claim to fear. And Bill Maher? He's not pulling any punches. Get ready for a raw, unfiltered conversation that's going to make a lot of people squirm. Hit play. This one's going to burn hot.
Never forget this. Bill, I swear to you, I love your show real time. I'm a huge fan. I watch it every chance I get. I have never.
No, real fans watch it every week. You watch it every chance you get. I'm just fucking with you.
Because I got multiple jobs. But here's the deal, Bill. But I TiVo it. I say that, but the DVR it, rather.
TiVo.
That's TiVo, DVR.
I'm going to send you a telegram about that.
You told him myself. Here's the deal, man. I have never wanted to be on your show more than I wanted to be on your show when Biden announced that he was going to run for re-election. Because I'm like this, what y'all going to say now? This is some straight bullshit. You got a situation where you won the midterm. You denied, you halted, you warded off the red wave. And you, knowing you're going to be 81 at election time, knowing you're going to be 82 in office, right? It wasn't the midterm. It was when the State of the Union address took place. And I saw these people. Remember, the liberals, so when you call yourself progressives.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're looking forward with a dude that's going to be 82 and would leave office when he's 86. Really, y'all? I'm sitting there like, you got to be shitting me. This is what you're talking about? And I'm like, I knew I wasn't voting for Trump. I knew that wasn't going to happen. But I was saying to myself, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? And then I looked at their bullpen.
Stephen A. Smith and Bill Maher are dropping some hard truths, and the Democratic Party isn't going to like it. They're calling out the cold reality. The Dems have sprinted so far into progressive extremes that they're losing the moderates and independents they need to survive. While everyday Americans are stressing over rent, groceries, gas prices, and safety, the party's too busy debating pronouns, defunding the police, and opening the borders wider. Maher goes off, blasting Democrats for chasing symbolic, woke points instead of solving real problems. And voters are catching on. Swing state voters and working class families, the ones who actually decide elections, are feeling abandoned. They're tired of being talked down to, tired of being branded as backward just for caring about jobs, security, and stability. Smith and Maher lay it bare, until Democrats wake up and realize America doesn't run on hashtags and identity wars. They'll keep leading support and handing victories to Republicans. If anyone thought 2025 would be a cakewalk, think again.
It's not Obama. Obama earned it.
No, that's why I said he earned it. But in 2016, and I'm not even trying to imply
they voted. Hillary ran in the primary.
I'm not even trying to imply that she. But remember, they were complaining that Bernie Sanders had some momentum and was compromised by the Democratic Party because they were saying it was Hillary's turn.
Bernie Sanders, I love him, but he's too far left, and he would have been a bigger disaster than Kamala was.
That's fine. But what I'm saying to you is, still in all, Bill, what I would, it's rare that I disagree with you. What I'm saying is, the only thing I will push back on is, that's fine, but that's for the voter to decide.
Right.
And a lot of times the Democratic Party seems as if they've got their claws in the mix. Take Biden, for example. Okay, so, Clyburn helps him get through South Carolina. He ultimately goes to the Democratic nomination. He's the Democratic nominee for the president. He ultimately wins the election. There was supposed to be a red wave in 2022 in the midterms. The Republicans didn't pull that off. And Biden is feeling himself and saying, I ain't going anywhere. I'm not going. I told y'all I was going to be a transitional president. I told y'all I was going to be a one-term dude. I'm just here as a stopgap to pave the way for the future of the Democratic Party. And then all of a sudden, he in office takes that power.
He was a veritable John the Baptist. Just the guy who goes before.
Bill Maher and Stephen A. Smith are ripping into the Democratic Party. And honestly, they're not wrong. They're calling out how the Dems have tied themselves in knots with extreme ideologies and performative woke politics, pushing away the very voters they need to win anything. Sure, that progressive posturing fires up the young, hardcore liberal base, but let's be real. To the average American just trying to survive inflation, crime, and the immigration mess, Democrats look completely out of touch. Smith points out that even when Democrats think they're being inclusive, they come off as condescending, and nothing turns off moderates faster than being lectured like they're the problem. Maher doesn't hold back either, calling the party painfully self-unaware. Instead of listening to voters' real concerns, they double down on the same woke talking points that make them sound more like an activist club than a party ready to govern. Bottom line? A growing number of swing voters, and even some lifelong Democrats, feel like the only ones making sense right now are, the Republicans. If Democrats don't fix this disconnect soon, they might as well gift wrap the next election and hand it over.
There's no one that could compete with Donald Trump.
Well, not on a charisma level.
Fair. Okay, fair enough.
No,
but charisma is what gets you votes, bro.
Absolutely. And I've said it a million times, insanity photographs. Mm-hmm. It really does. I mean, it's charismatic. But I have so many things that I must contend here with.
Sure.
One, you're an ageist. There are people who are completely crackling right at 82. So it's always a case. It's always a case-by-case basis.
Right? Yeah. Nancy Pelosi don't have the problems that Biden have. I'm very supportive of in terms of Nancy Pelosi, in terms of how sharp she is. I'm not. I don't believe I'm an ageist.
Nancy Pelosi has lost a step in public, also, to be perfectly honest. But the job is never what you do in public. The job is done in the Oval Office.
Okay.
All you have to do is be. I never thought Biden couldn't do the job. The job is actually sitting in the Oval Office making decisions. He's not crazy. He hasn't lost his mind. He's not senile. He just can't do the public part. He never could do it well. And add the age thing, and you're going to get things like, I killed Medicare, or whatever the fuck he said. By the way, Trump, no one has been harder on Trump or more against Trump, blah, blah, blah. I don't have to establish my credentials. But he does do things once in a while that either make me genuinely laugh or make me genuinely go, oh, that's good. Yes. Like when he said in that debate, he had a moment where he went, I don't know what he said.
Exactly.
And I don't think
right there.
And I don't think he knows
what he said. I mean, we crack it up.
That's what people love about him.
Yes.
It's like he's crazy, but crazy people don't have the time to pretend about shit.
Bill Maher is going straight for the jugular, arguing that woke culture has spiraled so far out of control it's actually driving moderates, and even some lifelong liberals, right into conservative arms. Yeah, you heard that right. The more the left pushes extreme progressive agendas, the more Trump's base grows. You couldn't script a better recruitment ad for MAGA if you tried. Maher and Stephen A. Smith also take direct aim at cancel culture, calling it what it really is, a free speech killer. They're talking about people getting destroyed over a single bad tweet or a wrong opinion, and how that kind of social blacklisting doesn't just silence individuals. It makes everyday people afraid to even engage with progressive ideas at all. And here's the kicker. This isn't just a random rant. Their conversation dives deep into how culture, politics, and personal ambition are colliding, and how Trump, love him or hate him, is a product of a left that refuses to look in the mirror. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's keep these conversations rolling. Thanks for watching.